Hey fellow comrades, welcome back to our new Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi Bell. Today we're gonna be having a match against legendary Lucario. Now I've asked him for a tier he wants to play by. He decided to have an OU match. In the spirit of Christmas, he actually brought Rain. I would have kinda prefer Hail, but who's gonna run Hail knowing that he's got absolutely no chances in today's OU metagame. But Rain will do. Happy holidays everyone. I hope you guys are having a blast. You know, Christmas is just that magical day. I wasn't playing much OU lately, and I've been kind of getting back to it. It wasn't that long, but it's been working out. Then again, weather, just playing it in the first match, and here we have it. Everybody plays by their own cards, let them play by their own cards and let them have fun using their own cards. And anyway, we're just gonna switch out if they're putting up the rocks, knowing against Fortress he will most likely switch out, putting the Earth Power or the possible Fire move. And in both cases that will not be the case because again rocks are up there to stay. And here we have a Jiraiya. I kinda expecting the Volt switch, but then again I do have a Landorus. He's most likely gonna go for Hydro Pump because Landorus and Heatran do both have common weakness, both being weak to water. In this case I'm gonna go for the paralyzation on the Rotom. His Hydro Pump did a lot of damage. I was not expecting to be doing that much. That is a massive damage, and Will-O-Wisp is just gonna make stuff even worse because now my Fire Punch, not to mention my pretty much all my physical moves on my moveset are gonna be doing absolutely no damage to it. So he decided to switch out to Terrakion as I decided to wish on his switch to Terrakion. He's gonna decide to go for the close combat. Seeing how much that did, Stone Edge would have not taken him out anyways if he would have decided to predict this switch, which he should have. I guess he was predicting me to maybe protect. No, I have T-Wave. I'm just gonna regain all my lost HP, so that's just fine. I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge, kinda expecting him to maybe switch out to Tornadus, but Rotom is pretty much the better choice being that he's paralyzed, so if anything is gonna take anything risky, should be the Rotom. And he did make a clever move right here by going to it. Tornadus is not supposed to come in here and risking too much. It's a great revenge killer, great late game sweeper, having Hurricane, having great speed, a decent moveset coverage. He's just all around a great Pokemon in general. So I decided to go to Jiraiya. Didn't want to risk a Stone Edge, maybe getting the minimum or possibly missing the move. As you can probably tell, Hydro Pump did hit, and if I were to miss, Landorus would have been taken down, and that is something I cannot afford to take. So I decided to go to Jiraiya, have it as a Death Fodder, switch out to Terrakion, having that more powerful close combat involved instead of that Stone Edge that is on stab on my Landorus. Decided to go for it and take him out. Now his team cannot really afford close combat at this point, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna sack it. Plus he may just think I'm Scarf, but I'm not. I'm actually Expert Belted. I can easily reveal it right here, no reason to deny it, no reason to hide it from you guys. At least you now know what I actually have in my arsenal on my team to sort of handle. Maybe I can sort of bluff, but it's gonna be hard judging by his team structure, not to mention that my team may look a bit similar to my previous OU teams I was using. Dragon Dance, Dragonite, not much priority, actually no priority, which is kind of hard to say how this team is gonna handle. I pretty much just picked them randomly together. But it does have a couple of coverages, and it's just not the greatest, but it's decent. And we're gonna see how we're gonna handle Rain, the threat, when weather is concerned. Still, he's gonna go for the Scald. I'm gonna switch out to Starmie. He luckily does not get burned, but then again, when you think about it, Starmie is, it does have natural cure, but all that burn damage, and I'm pretty much sort of forced to stay in here. Again, Politoed is pretty much the biggest threat when going against my team, being that I need to somehow take down the Stealth Rocks. I need to somehow handle him and not allow him to put up the Stealth Rocks again. So I decided, okay, this turn I'm gonna go for T-Bolt. I believe I'm gonna go for the no, I was trying to Rapid Spin first turn, right, as he decided to protect. Then he's gonna switch out to Fortress. I'm guessing he was predicting me to Rapid Spin again, but this turn I'm gonna go for T-Bolt in case he stays in. Starting to believe maybe Hydro Pump would have done a little bit more. No, there is no way Hydro Pump is gonna be doing a little bit more under Rain when comparing to T-Bolt. That is super effective. But then again, we lots of times tend to underestimate moves underwater, under rain in general. These things do a lot, and this is max special attack. Timid Nature, Starmie. No, no way. T-Bolt is still a superior option. Gotta go for T-Bolt twice. Unfortunately, don't take him out. I didn't want to risk any sort of Hydro Pump misses, so I just decided to go for T-Bolt. Hopefully take down the Fortress, but I didn't. Fortress is not a problem. I decided to Rapid Spin on his switch to Terrakion, and that was a bit of a puzzling move on his part. He misses the Stone Edge, I missed the Hydro Pump. Really shows how 80% accuracy is bullshit. Everybody should notice this by now. 70% is even more horrific, but to miss on the same turn, both of us, it really does show that I'm really surprised how Focus Blast is competitive wise. 70% accuracy, if only we had a 100 base move that is common amount moves in the fighting arsenal, special oriented, and it had like 100 accuracy or 95 or at least 90, now that would make stuff so much different, but that is not the case. Still, you know, Stone Edge wouldn't have even taken me out if he wouldn't have missed on the first turn. I was kind of sort of feeling that I can take it. That was the reason I stayed in against Terrakion. But it does take me down to a point where this Pokemon can easily outspeed me and take me out with pretty much anything he's got. Still, I switch out to my Heatran, really underestimating the power of Tornadus. Now this was pretty funny because I've used Tornadus myself, and I know it's powerful, but I've used a superpower one. I was kind of hoping this one is one of those superpower users. Unfortunately, he is totally special, and that's gonna prove to be a pain. Now he's gonna make an exceptional move. Full respect to him, full credit to him. I acknowledge this. Going for the taunt against Dragonite, really risky move, but at the same time it proved to be very viable because now he's gonna force me into playing offensive. But now with a great move, he's gonna make a bad one. He's gonna switch out to Scizor instead of switching out to Fortress. I'm pretty much locked into offense for one more turn until the taunt wears off. There is a chance that the taunt would have not wear off, but you know that I'm pretty much locked into that move. So it was a pretty bad move on your behalf to switch out to your Scizor. In case, you know, I overpredict like I did there, you should have just sacked your Fortress for the greater good of your team, switching out to Scizor and get even another Sword Dance up, another additional damage. Then again, I should have played my cards a bit differently in case that would have ever happened, but it luckily didn't. And I guess he was sort of forced to Sword Dance just in case maybe Bullet Punch will get a crit, which would have probably been a pain, but luckily that was not the case. Fire Punch was actually a free hit. Really shows how much bulk Scizor has. I'm pretty much sure that thing has max HP and max attack. And then again, maybe he was a defensive. Fire Punch, it is unstable and it is under rain, so I shouldn't have overestimated my dragon's potential, and the Scizor I know does have the bulk to take it majority of times. Yeah, again, Dragonite not being at much health to where this Pokemon can easily obliterate it. I guess he didn't want to Hurricane back there because of the old recall, because I'm pretty sure he would have took me out with after breaking the scale, after seeing how much he did. But still, I switch out to Landorus, go for the Stone Edge, thinking, well, if he decides to switch out, I can probably two-shot this Politoed. But again, I miss with Stone Edge. Go figure, I at least did take down his Tornadus, and now stuff are looking pretty good. Actually, they aren't looking good, they're actually looking pretty damn bad. He's got a Fortress, and Politoed is not good. It's not a good matchup for me, and I'm gonna need to play my cards correctly if I'm gonna have any sort of chance. So I have one plan. Go for Rock Slide. That's right, Rock Slide over Stone Edge. Even after having Stone Edge and Rock Slide, I've come to realize that Stone Edge would have never taken him out. Close Combat would have never taken him out. If I would have Close Combat, I would have failed to take him out. Scald would have taken me out easily after minus special defense. But I've decided to go for Rock Slide just for that additional damage to where Close Combat is gonna break him down. And those moves, I felt like I can sort of be proud of those moves because I feel like it did change the course of this match into my favor. I'm pretty sure, maybe, just maybe, I could have taken the Scald from a bulky Politoed under rain, because Landorus does have that minus special defense, and there was no chance of taking it. But Terrakion, this one, does have a little bit more special defense to it. There may be an actual chance. Plus, Stone Edge missing would have been horrible, so I decided to go for Rock Slide. Stone Edge and Rock Slide on the same moveset may look a bit dumb. Hey, maybe it's a Smuggle set, I'm not even sure. But the thing is, play this game enough to know how much stuff do, because you tend to feel how much stuff will do before it actually comes down to it. And sometimes you need that Stone Edge, sometimes you're in a pickle when you need just that raw power. But Rock Slide in this case does have that flinch combination, and it proved to be a lifesaver. If I didn't have it, there is a chance I could have lost this game, because again he could have just Scald and burned me. Maybe Scald would have been enough to take me out. There was no Sandstorm special defense involved to begin with. That may have just been the case, but Rock Slide 30% flinching is amazing. 30% is a lot, and that is just something to consider sometimes, and Rock Slide is great. That's all I'm gonna say. Rock Slide over Stone Edge. Well, it heavily depends. Good game, Legendary Lucario. Hope you guys have enjoyed as much as I've enjoyed. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you for your time, and until next time, take care. Peace.